Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do subscribe if you're interested. Hey, we are going to do a random ranking, and because the Oscars are this Sunday, the random ranking will be Oscar themed. We're going to pick from my Best Picture collection to the right of me. We're going to pick out 3 movies and then rank those from most favorite to least favorite based on whatever criteria we come up with. Do we think it was a good Best Picture winner? Do we love that director? Do we love the actors? Do we think the story is good? Anything, really anything. Maybe even it's the piece of physical media. Maybe it's that. Who knows? Maybe it's the cover art. We will decide. I'll rank them here in the video, and if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. But let's get to picking some Best Picture winners. And I'm going to try to pick closer to like the contemporary winners, just so more people can participate. So let's see what we got here. All right, I picked out 3. What do we have? Okay. Ooh, all right. Here, I think I need to push my camera back a little bit, give myself some room. First, we have Unforgiven. So Unforgiven is one of the few Western Best Picture winners, few Western films that have won Best Picture. There are very few of these. What are there, like 4, 5, 4, 3, something like that, 4? I've actually made a video of it. Pure Hangout, Western, Best Picture, Oscar. I'm sure if you type in those words, you'll find it. Talking about all of the Westerns that have won Best Picture, which is not very many, especially when you consider how popular the Western genre used to be. This is a Clint Eastwood movie, and for a long time it was his very last Western, but I believe he made one. Actually, I believe his last film was a Western, right? Called The Mule. I did not see it. Was it any good? I don't know. But this is a great final ride sort of thing. That whole, you know, every time I get out, they pull me back in sort of thing. He thinks he's done with his old ways, but he has one more fight in him. That sort of thing. The one last ride. Off into the sunset sort of thing. And it's great because he's known for his Western films. He's known for playing on a television Western. It just was a perfect way to cap off Clint Eastwood and Westerns. Much like Gran Torino was a great way to cap off Clint Eastwood and being a cop. Dirty Harry style. Okay, so we have that movie. We also have The English Patient. I know if you've seen Seinfeld that this movie is well hated. Well, I don't know. They just think it's like boring or something. But and I guess I can't disagree with that. But I don't know. I just like got the hots for Kristin Scott Thomas. So I don't know. I'm extra favorable to this film because of that. Have you ever seen the show Lost? You know Saeed. He's in this movie. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I mean, it's kind of nice. You know, it's a nice movie. But I do understand if people think it's boring. Again, I just have the hots for Kristin Scott Thomas. So, what are you gonna do? Next, we have Birdman, a movie that appears to take place, appears to be made in one take. One single shot. I mean, and then I think like near the end, something with like maybe Emma Stone or something, we get a cut or an edit. But, you know, it has that illusion. And it's not actually done that way, you know, there are like tricks and everything. But it gets, you get that illusion. So, yeah, this movie's good. It's interesting. I remember there was always a lot of talk about Edward Norton's character and how he just sort of disappears from the movie, which I don't know how much I care about that, because for me, it's all about Michael Keaton, and I love that Michael Keaton is the star of a Best Picture winner, and he is like a co-star in Spotlight, which is also a Best Picture winner, and I just think that's really cool that if people go back and watch all of the Best Picture winners, they will see Michael Keaton in front of two of them, and it was sort of like a Michael Keaton comeback story because we all knew him from the 80s and early 90s, and then here he is all these years later just dominating cinema with his amazing films. So yeah, that was always really cool. I love that. And plus it's a little bit meta because, you know, he was Batman and here in this movie he's Birdman. Plus it has an extra long title, Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. All right, this, I don't know what to do. All these are good. You know, is Birdman number one? I don't think so. See, is Kristin Scott Thomas enough to put The English Patient as a number one? I don't think so, but is it enough to put it at number two? I don't think so. Ah, man, I feel bad. I think what's going to happen though is Unforgiven's going to be number one. Well, this is great. This is great. Like, this is sort of a send-off of Clint Eastwood and his Western career, and this is the send-off of Michael Keaton and his superhero career in a way. Even though it wasn't like an extensive career as a superhero, it still kind of does that. That's interesting. These are nice. This is a nice double feature. Should this be a double feature at some local independent cinema? I think so. Okay, so I think what we're going to do here is we're going to go with Unforgiven, then Birdman, and then The English Patient. So, yeah, that's my ranking. My question to you is, have you seen these movies? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all three, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.